So, I work as a reporter in my job. I have to explain this like every week, I feel like. I don't know why. I feel like people get the picture, but I'm not looking forward to next week because I just gotta cover so much shit that's going on. Like, there are three different cities that have multiple day 4th of July festivals that I'm required to cover. And am I gonna lose Stupid? Don't lose Stupid. Stupid's kind of underleveled because he's dumb. There, good, Stupid. I'm gonna swap you out. I didn't know that would be so strong. But yeah, next week I'm just gonna be just going from thing to thing to thing, taking photos, and it's gonna take all my damn time. I'm not looking forward to it. It'll be fine. Next week's when I'm going to start filming my. Why is this one 9 levels weaker than the last one? That's dumb. Kanto's dumb. I'm going to start filming my first Batman video essay. The one about Watchmen and the Killing Joke and whether or not Batman's a fascist. I'm going to start filming it, try and get it done in July, and then upload it when I get the second part done, hopefully in August. Second part's over. Batman the Animated Series. I didn't rewatch Justice League for this, except I finally did rewatch a bit of Justice League. Because, I don't want to, I'm already covering all of the Batman the Animated Series and the new Adventures of Batman Robin. That's enough. I don't want to get into all of Justice League, even though it is a good show. But, you gotta talk about, when you're talking about, is Batman a fascist? You gotta talk about a better world, that amazing Justice League two-parter that's just so fucking good. The whole Cadmus arc, and how it ends with Superman putting Luthor down and saying, I'm not the man who killed President Luthor. Right now, I wish to heaven that I was, but I'm not. That's just so fucking good. It's such good writing. Amazing Superman writing. God, I miss Superman being well written. I haven't seen that in a while. And I already killed you. Get out of my face. I can't even get on this route. I have it written. Ooh, I can get a Chansey. That's nice. Let me double check it's not a time specific. 15. Kanto. So yeah, Better World is just an excellent episode. Wrote it up. That scene where Batman doesn't manage to out-argue other Batman. It's a 1% chance of getting Chansey on this route? Really? What about Route 14? Because I know that also has Chansey. Is that more likely? That is 1%? I'm going to switch my date and time so I can at least get the Hoppip. We'll see if we get a Chansey. It's a 1% chance. Even? Geez, that is rough that is 1% chance. So I'm doing the project of next year's 413 video of going through and reading all these Homestuck fan endings, and they're all bleeding together. I don't even fucking remember what happens in most of them, because what happens in most of them is, you cheeky bitch. What happens in most of these Homestuck fan sequels is nothing. Nothing interesting at all. I'm kind of burnt out, and it's a good thing I'm going to take a couple months before I reread all of these and then make the video on them, because man, Homestuck fans can't write Homestuck. They can't. There's just so many of them. They're so boring and they bleed together. Because it's a lot of people okay, I am unsatisfied with how Homestuck ended. I want to rewrite the ending of Homestuck, and having no ideas beyond that. So what they inevitably fall back to is having just endless equivalent of the She's Back Lily Pad conversations, but for hundreds of pages with nothing else going on and not being broken up by any big changes. There's no fucking Dave Petta, and even the conversations aren't that great, a lot of them, is the problem. Like, say what you will about Andrew Hussey. Andrew Hussey was good at writing Homestuck characters and having them, like, feel like Homestuck characters and having good dialogue. And, man, they so many of these fan writers just aren't. They don't get the voice right, and the conversations just kind of, like, they aren't funny. Like, that's the thing about Homestuck. Like, Homestuck is a very funny comic. Like, and I think a big part is a lot of, like, these fan writers, what their problem is they aren't mean enough, if that makes any sense. Because Homestuck, it's a very mean story where a lot of bad things happen and characters are mean to each other. And, like, they care about each other and, like, tell jokes and stuff, but there is a lot in Homestuck. There are a lot of parts where characters will bicker and they'll troll each other and they'll get into dumb arguments, and that is so much of the dialogue. And I've just in general, these fan endings, they don't have it, and the dialogue as a result just comes across as pretty dull. And because a lot of them don't really have the big plot moments either, it just comes across as just bland and forgettable. Like, I don't remember what happens in Act Omega, because that's the one I've read most recently. I can't keep it straight in my head. The differences between it and all the other endings, like, especially, it's just bleeding together with Act 8. I think... Oh, okay, no. Act Omega is the one where they fight the Condense. And I'm just like, why? Why is this the plot point? Because she wasn't that great of a villain altogether. Like, she provides some good, like, stakes, some problems for the main characters, but I didn't think Betty Crocker was an especially well-written character. And, I mean, she gets defeated, and it's a pretty good defeat of a villain, but then you bring her back to life, and then that's it. That was all Act Omega is the Condense comes back to life, and then they fight her. Like, it sounds like I'm just exaggerating, but no, after, like, the 600 pages it got before it was canceled, they were still fighting the Condense. And, like, half the plot is, like, in the middle of fighting Condense, she knocks someone out, and they get a short scene in the dream bubbles where they talk about stuff. And some of that's good. Like, there was some well-written bits in Homestuck Act Omega. Like, there was a really good scene with Calliope and Cowborn that I enjoyed, but it's just nothing happening. It's just a fight that never ends that gets some characters to have conversations that aren't super engaging. And after that, I moved on to Burning Down the House, which is... I'm not done with it yet, but it is... Oh, it is slice of life. And I think I'm burned out on Homestuck Slice of Life, because I've read a lot of Homestuck Slice of Life, and, like, Homestuck wasn't Slice of Life. Like, the original comic was very much not Slice of Life, so it is very stylistically different, and it... I don't know, it doesn't feel like Homestuck, and it's kind of dull, is my rating of Burning Down the House. I know a lot of people like that one, but I didn't enjoy it that much. I think I'm burnt out on any Homestuck sequels that aren't the Homestuck epilogues, which is my ultimate conclusion, that the epilogues are the best Homestuck sequel. All y'all need to read the epilogues, because they're actually good and better than anything that you are reading. Speaking of, like, Homestuck sequels, we got a new update to Beyond Canon this week, and in it, Vriska... it was just a few pages and very short, which the slow update schedule of Beyond Canon hurts it. Although then again, it's better than the we're still making comic I swear hasn't updated in 3 years that a lot of the other, like, fan projects have. But, like, man, I just wish this had a faster, like, pages coming out, especially because it's a very big team for it. Like, I don't know how Beyond Canon's production does, but it's a very slow production. And but hey, they get to the plot point, like this strange black hole artifact thing. Not sure what it does. And Vriska just touches it, and ah shit, as she gets sucked in. Is she dead? Probably not. She's not dead. Is she now super powerful? Is what I'm guessing. That Vriska gets a power boost, which is, you know, the worst thing that you can have happen is Vriska gets a power boost that makes her more plot relevant. That's gonna go straight to her head. Where is a Chansey? I just want a Chansey, but there's just... am I really going to just sit here for the whole time and just go around in circles till I get a Chansey? The answer is yes. I don't even think I'm going to use a Chansey, but I'm going to just fight wild Pokemon until I get my Chansey. I want my Chansey. It's a 1% chance. I think it's dumb when Pokemon does stuff like that. Like, just make a Pokemon that's nearly impossible to get and has to rely on just convoluted, stupid bullshit to get. Whatever. And the ball, Hoppip. Good. Thank you. Hoppip, I am going to name you Blue Vito after a commenter on my JoJo video. Good. Oh, if I just... I don't want to go in circles looking for a Chansey. Like, because isn't it a friendship evolution? And I've grown to detest friendship evolutions the more and more I do Nuzlocks. They're boring. Whatever. Where are my notes of things to talk about? I had not very much going on in my week that I can talk about, so maybe this will probably be a short one, which, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe I can cut this one short and resume when I've got a Chansey on Route 14. Whatever, let's go to Blue Vito's comments. It's worth pointing out that what Dio wanted from heaven wasn't something noble as Poochie thought. The only thing he wanted to say was that he wanted to overcome destiny, control it, be the one at the top, and have the one made in heaven to decide. Being hateful, he would at some point want to go beyond that, even if he hadn't been stopped, since he doesn't accept being below his own destiny and want to control it. So time stop, just like the devil. They say Wonder of You would be even more perfect in the Diavolo, but the truth about the Diavolo is that he didn't want to hide, but rather escape. I think I get what this person's going, but like, and they complain, they do not in this comment that English is their second language, but I do think Blue Vito, like, yeah, the Dio wants something different than Poochie. Like, Poochie is projecting a lot of his own desires on Dio in Stone Ocean. Like, I don't think Dio, like, wants to save the world, wants to make the world a better place and help people overcome the despair of not knowing their destiny. Like, that's pure Poochie's projection. Dio wants to know the future so he can't get taken by surprise and beat up and thrown to the bottom of the ocean for a while. Like, Dio is not altruistic. He's fucking Dio. I think Poochie is projecting. Don't fucking yawn. How dare you yawn? I'll make you yawn and I'm gonna bite you. There. With my bug bite. And slowly training up Stupid and Kingdra. And I think... I'm not really using it because it's too weak, but I think Murkrow's going to end up being my last Pokemon that I end up using on my team. And as I said before, I am going around and I'm training my team up, taking out all the routes, and then I'm going to try and do all the gyms in one fell swoop. In fact, I might actually do all the gym trainers before I do the gym leaders, so I can just gauntlet the gym leaders. I think that would be interesting to do. Yeah, I don't want your phone number. It would be really weird. Why would I just want some, like, 5th grade or 5-year-old girl's, like, phone number? Like, that's the thing that gets you on the list, just having these children's phone numbers. What was Blue Vito saying? Dio is ultimate egoist and with superiority complex, which he needs to be at the top, just like Cars, who when incomplete valued all lives except humans because they were equal to him, but after he evolves, he is now above the lives of animals and plants. They are also inferior now, and after conquering humanity, the no clue what that means, would pursue destiny and want to control two. This was the sky in which he wanted to evolve his stand to the next level, and he makes the decisions. But then I don't know. I think they're trying to connect like Diavolo and Cars to Dio on wanting power for various reasons and wanting to overcome things. But yeah, I think I got theirs. Let's see. Dio doesn't really care about humanity. Yeah. Pucci is a hypocrite. Yeah. I think that unlike Pucci almost won because of his obstinate determination and blind faith, staying calm in the worst situation. Dio, as he already lost before, would again lose here due to losing control of his emotions when things came out of control, as he would underestimate the opponent. Dio is arrogant, yeah, but it's interesting how we see a new facet of Dio, even if it's from the perspective of a fanatic, but this is also part of his charm, how he manages to create a cult around him. Stone Ocean Dio is almost an appendix to give him death while maintaining the cycle, since Pucci carries on the legacy of the same. Wait, Firo learns strength? Or did it? Oh, it mirror moved. I was not paying attention to that battle, but I think it mirror moved is what it did. Yeah, that comment was a lot about Dio, and there's... I don't want to go through all those trainers. I'll beat them up off screen, and I say that as I run into this. I'm going to go to the Chansey, and then I'm going to pause this recording, or maybe I'll just start the next one with getting that Chansey, I think. Like, oh, but then I'm only doing one route in this episode, which is bad. Or maybe, draw it out, who knows, get the ad money. Speaking of get the ad money, you should watch my latest D&D story. It's a very good one called Standing There They Realized, and you think, oh, it's like the title is right. Just watch it. You gotta watch it. It's very good. Oh no, you rose your defense. Whatever. In that case, I guess I will go beat up those trainers. If next week I'm going to start with finding a Chansey, and I'm okay with this one being short because I didn't have a lot to talk about, but I think it's good to just do these weekly Nuzlocke vlogs and check in and just talk about my life and have just sort of a record of how things was going in my life. And oh look, they got wind turbines. That's what all the people where I live call them, wind turbines. Man, wind turbines. It's fucking turbines. Why the fuck do they say wind turbines? I don't know, it's dumb. Goodbye, Suicune, or Eustace. Hey, so, like, they're finally releasing in the United States. You know what, I'm gonna heal up first. They're finally releasing in the United States Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which is a very good game. It's arguably the best Ace Attorney game. But, they aren't going with the fan names for these characters. They're doing official names, and the character who, everyone in the West knows as Sebastian the Best because of the fan translation. He's named Eustace Winner. They named him Eustace Winner. That's such a bad... To be fair, the best comment I saw on that was, if I was Blaze, if I hated my son, I would call him Eustace. So, it fits with how Sebastian's relationship with his father is, but Eustace Winner is such a bad name. Eddie Fender is fine. I kind of prefer Ray Shields, but maybe I'm biased because that's what I'm more familiar with. Verity Gavel is better than Justine Courtney. I've never been a big Justine Courtney fan. It sounds too on the nose, but Verity Gavel is it's a damn good name. They got that one right. Also, they named him Eustace. Winner is worse. They should have named him Wiener. They should have named him Eustace Wiener. It's a worse name, but it's less blatant and on the nose. And I'll beat up these trainers, and then I'll end it this time. Fucking Eustace, such a lame name. What's that quote from, like, the opening of, was it the fourth or third, one of the Narnia books? his name was Eustace Squibb, and he almost deserved it or something. Like, I don't even. That's the only fucking line from those Narnia books that I remember. But I remember it because it's a damn good line. Like, this poor kid, but he's an asshole. He almost deserves to have this terrible fucking name. Ah, double battle strats. I'm smarter than you. Yeah. Just die. Die, 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 die. Ooh, Roselia. You know what? This isn't a good matchup, so I'm going to switch you out. And you're going to bite the Roselia. So, I gotta watch more TV or movies so I have things to talk about in these fucking videos. But I don't. I really don't. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, in politics, hey, did you fucking see that debate? Man, this would be really bad if I didn't already hate Joe Biden for more prescient reasons, like the genocide. Like, honestly, it was a train wreck, but also, like, who the fuck has this changed their opinion? Apparently, like, 20% of Americans, it, like, made them lose support of Biden. But also, like, who didn't think Joe Biden was a senile old man who stumbles over his words, and Donald Trump is a dishonest maniac who wants to become a dictator? Like, I don't see the big difference this has had in the court of public opinion. But apparently, a lot of people were really swayed by the debate. I think it's just like ironcladding of what people already believed. And that's me talking about politics. People love when I talk about politics. And, I'm gonna beat up this guy. I'm gonna beat up that blonde bitch over there, the bird guy. And then I'm going to end the episode. Good episode, gang. Good episode. I'm going to end.